What's up, guys? Panda Global Zone Scar here, fresh off of SCR 2016, where I just got one of the biggest wins since I've entered the competitive scene. Finally conquered the demon, which is SonicFox, arguably the best player in MKX. Walked away with a slice of that 10K pot. So we had probably like 11 days to work with that patch, and I spent a lot of time breaking everything down, getting used to the changes and the new meta. So I'm here today to talk about the changes, what made the game change the most, and let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is armored launchers. Pre-patch, this was a pretty big deal. I think that it kind of made the game less fun to play for a lot of people, because people would get in certain situations and they would just mash these armored launchers that would lead to full combo. Now with the new patch, that's no longer the case. Most armored moves in the game are just like sort of get off me moves now, and they've added extra hits of armor to these moves, so most of these moves have like 2 hits of armor. The moves that used to lead to combo no longer have armor. So now, the opponent has to think a little bit more when he gets knocked down, or when he's in pressure, how he's going to be able to get out, because he can't use those moves that used to lead to combo anymore. He has to be smart and use moves that has 2 hits of armor and or get off me moves, but most of these moves are unsafe, whereas pre-patch some of the moves led to combo and were safe. So that's no longer the case. Another big change that happened was stamina. Pre-patch stamina, it didn't cost much to use, and you could just it was rushdown city pretty much for most rushdown characters like Devore, A-list Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade, just to name a few. With this recent patch, that's no longer the case. Now when you run, your stamina depletes a lot faster than it used to. Also, I think the changes to stamina have increased zoning potential in the game. So now if I'm running at you, say I'm fighting Quan Chi, I'm using Sonya, and I'm running at you, and you're zoning as Quan Chi, and I get hit by one of the projectiles, I am going to lose 50% of my stamina. So if I'm already at 50%, if I've already ran and used 50% of my stamina, and I get hit with one of these projectiles, then I'm gonna lose the rest of that stamina, and then you have to wait for cooldown in order to continue, to try to continue your pressure. You have to wait for that cooldown. So that helps zoners a lot better in the neutral now. It actually makes them valuable. So you can use like Kenshi or whoever you want to use, and if you want to run a zoning game, it's much easier to do that now. They just nerfed the top 5 characters that everybody was complaining about. Melina, Alien. I think Alien got hit probably the hardest. I think the only variation that is still valuable for him is probably Acidic. He has to think a lot more now because his overhead flip is now unsafe. So I've seen a lot of people move away from Alien, except for probably Acidic. I think that's his strongest variation. Sonya got changes as well, my character, so I had to relearn her. She can no longer do 2 bombs in the same combo. So now, instead of doing, whereas pre-patch I would probably do a reload combo mid-screen, I would do like 2 stun grenades. I can no longer do that. I can no longer use 2 grenades. So I would have to use 1 stun and 1 grenade, or vice versa, 1 frag, 1 stun, in order to do that 1 combo. She is still able to get reload combos, just in the corner now only. But yeah, everything that was pretty much OP pre-patch, they definitely toned those characters down, made them more fair, and they brought lesser variations and lesser characters up to speed. Some got buffs to be more valuable, so we'll probably see more variety in tournaments now that they they buffed certain variations that were probably a little less valuable during pre-patch. If you watched SCR, you could see the variety and how those changes changed the game. We didn't see those same top characters, unless they were people who were using those characters before they got nerfed, like me, Hayate, just to name a few. And you know, other people's like Wound, who was always using Shinnok. You know, we went out there and we proved to people who, you know, didn't, who felt that our characters carried us because of how well or how strong they was pre-patch. But now they toned those characters down, and you know, we still went out there and represented. But yeah, the game is a very much different game. I feel like people who probably have shied away from the game should give it another look. I feel that you would like what you come back to, and those who, you know, haven't picked up the game, is definitely a game that is worth getting. We have NEC with a 10K pop bonus coming up, and we also have KIT, which recently announced a 10K pop bonus as well. So NetherRealm Studios is looking to, of course, you know, continue supporting the game up to Injustice. As far as the game's life right now, this patch, I feel like it's gonna carry it up until Injustice 2 hits, and then from there we'll see where it goes. If you enjoyed this video, you know, please hit the like button, you know, subscribe, you know, all that jazz, and look out for more videos. You can follow me on Twitter at KHScar12, and you can also follow me on Twitch at KHTX_Scar, you know, and stay up to date from my day-to-day streaming. Once again, this is Panda Global Scar, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I am out.